you like art or just like fun stuff, come sit down and watch Acquired Savant. Acquired Savant.
Hello and welcome to Acquired Savant, the show where each week I am joined by a local Perth artist as they show me a thing or two about what they do, and I attempt to follow along. I am your host, Jimmy Karatz, and joining us today is the amazing Stephen Brown. And after halfway through the show or so, we'll have some music from a local band, which is going to be fantastic as well. But let's get started right now. Steve?
Hello, Jimmy.
Welcome.
How are you?
I'm good. Are you
Good.
excited about this?
I am. You're looking good.
Oh, thank
I'm just
you.
happy to be sitting with you.
I try. You know, you are a lucky man.
That's good. I am
actually.
very
It's
lucky. I
not
feel
a
that.
lot
I
of.
woke up this morning. Oh,
Think
Jimmy
of
Day.
all the people that we've had on the show. Nope, there's been one other guy.
There has?
It's mostly been I attract the women.
Is it?
Yeah, to the show.
No,
And I mean, they end up running away scared, but whatever.
Sure.
We've had fun and everything.
You've got half an hour to frighten
Yes.
me. So.
And I won't give you too hard of a time today because we're interested in finding out what it is that you do.
Cool.
So what is it that you do?
I'm an artist. I'm an illustrator and a painter. Also dabble in film and yeah, typical adult shenanigans. Just painting on people's walls and making films from.
Very good, very good. And you've been doing this professionally for how long?
Professionally, 5-6 years. Probably pushing 6 years now.
But you also teach?
I also teach, yes, some film, and we run some painting workshops and drawing workshops.
And you've been doing that about 10 or 12 years.
With the film stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Once I studied film and came out and went back and taught, so yeah, it's good.
So what are you going to be showing me how to do today?
Well, I've just got a little character that I
Okay.
thought that I'd try to help you learn how to draw.
Have you seen any of the episodes where I try to draw yet?
I haven't, no. So this is
Prepare to
gonna
be
be
impressed.
It's going to be fun. So if you don't get it right the first time, I'm going to be upset.
Yeah, that's bound to happen.
It might be you that's afraid and runs away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's get started then,
All right.
shall we?
Cool. So are you just copying me? Is
I'm
this-
just copying you. I have no I don't have a creative bone in my body when it comes to mind to hand coordination to draw stuff.
Well, the hair looks good, so obviously you've
Does
got
it?
some
Do I
sort of
look pretty?
hair
Yeah.
coordination. All right.
I tell jokes. That's about as creative as I get.
Oh, that's very, very creative. All right, so pretty much as we go through, you're going to copy this, I assume?
I'm just gonna try.
All right,
yeah.
so we're going to go with shapes.
Okay.
So you can talk, and we'll do it. Here
All
we
right.
go. All right.
All
Ready?
right. So let's get started. Now, so we're just drawing a circle.
Just
That's all we're
go with the
doing.
circle.
All we're
Go
doing.
with the circle,
Just
kids.
drawing a circle. And why do you start with a circle?
See, so this is very, very dark. So you see how
Oh,
you
I'm
want to
supposed
do
to
it
be a lot
really,
lighter.
really, really light.
Already you're
Right,
telling me
really,
I'm
really light.
All right, so should I start? I'll start over here. So.
You can start there if you'd like to. That'd be good.
Now, do you always start with general shapes?
Yeah, shapes is really good. I mean, as you sort of go on, you can start to not use shapes and start to just do the outlines. But
Like once you have a clue what you're doing. How long did it take you to get a clue what you're doing?
41 years.
41 years. And I've got 13 minutes. This should go well.
Yeah. You'll get it.
Brilliant.
It's not hard.
And so did you start with the sketching and the drawing from the time you were a kid?
Yeah, probably. I think my dad was saying about 3 to 5. I picked up a crayon and started. It's fantastic work, Jimmy, as well.
No.
Do we have a scratch and sniff sticker that we can?
You big gold star.
Yeah, put up?
So a rumor is that you've always had a love of horses and you've always drawn horses.
Okay.
The exact
half of that's
opposite.
incorrect. I grew up with horses. My mum was an artist when I was younger, so I grew up watching her draw horses. But she had horses, so as growing up, we had 25 horses. So while my friends were playing Atari and Super NES at home, I'm out in the rain.
Atari, how old are you? Like 1,000. Do you remember Space Invaders?
Dude, I've got Space Invaders.
If you still own that stuff, it's probably worth something.
Yeah, well, this is true too.
So
Maybe I should
anyways,
start selling
horses.
them instead
So
of
you
art.
don't love horses, even though I said
Look,
you do.
I love horses. I think I had a childhood where I grew up having to feed horses in the rain at night time,
Yeah,
and
that
that wasn't the
makes
most enjoyable thing as
Yeah,
a
that's
15-year-old
fair
boy.
enough.
But I think it taught me some grit.
Yep.
And taught me how
Yeah.
to.
Taught you a work ethic.
Taught me some
obviously,
work
to
ethic,
be able
which
to stick to
if you
stuff.
stick to something, then you can do it.
And so you started with that. Then what did you do in the middle years between the age of 5 and 30? Was that were you just drawing all along, just having fun with it, or when did you start to take it seriously?
Well, I guess in sort of the 80s, it wasn't really a career path to be a full-time artist. That wasn't a thing. Nowadays, it's probably a lot easier. A lot of people have done a lot of heavy lifting to get the world to that space, so I'm thankful for that. But yeah, also playing music while I'm drawing as well.
Yeah, right.
We had a band that sort of got legs and was doing pretty well for a little while, which was really cool. But yeah,
you got
always drawing.
too good too quick?
It went really well. Yeah, I would just sort of work with my undiagnosed ADHD brain, which is always working at 10 things at once. And
so on to the next challenge.
If
then.
Something works, I get so bored of it so quick, and I'm just like, that worked. I need to get out of this.
Hopefully, your murals and your film directing career won't work then.
Yeah,
is that the plan?
It's more that it is working. So now I need to move to film. Getting bored of this. So. No, I'll always draw. It brings in some good money, but
keep going here as well. You keep me on task a little bit here.
No worries. Let's do this. This is
basically. Draw is so light. That's amazing.
It's 45 million years of evolution.
And I've missed it all?
I'm not sure. Maybe, you were telling jokes somewhere.
I haven't left myself enough room here.
No, that's okay. We'll make that water.
We'll make that leg shorter.
So if you ever see water in my pictures, it either means that
somebody
there's something
screwed
to
up.
it. Yeah, or it's me going, I can't be bothered doing that anymore.
So you've experimented, or you've really deeply delved into music, into sketch, into murals, into film and directing and teaching.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you haven't done that you wished you had?
Marine biology. I really would have loved to have delved into marine biology. I feel like when I'm gonna when you
quit all this
retire,
other stuff?
I'm gonna read a lot. Well, yeah, and also physics. I touched on physics for a little while.
But even still, like if you go back and at some point you get a degree in that, you can still use that.
I don't want a degree. I just want to know how it happens.
Well, even if you understand it, you can always do that with film. You can still, it's not like one has to be mutually exclusive to the other, does it? I mean, anything can be combined.
Well, I mean, and that's the joy of art. I think you can really take whatever you already know and apply it to that thing.
Yeah, already. I remember I was watching on an Australian Idol or something like that. I don't know if we can mention the names of other shows. So there was a woman who played violin and she also did ballet at the same time, and they were throwing her around, and the judges criticized her, told her it was terrible. They said you'd have to be a concert violinist in order to make that work. And she went, okay, became a concert violinist, and now does shows, and it sells out 1,000 tickets.
That's incredible.
Yeah, because you can mix anything.
See, and this is what I really like in life, is pivoting with adversity. When something or someone says, I can't do something, the first thing I think of, I'll show you. And it's almost a curse, because I go into this space where I'm like, even if I have the rest of my life to live, I have to prove this person wrong.
I think it was Frank Sinatra who said something to the effect of, the greatest revenge is massive success.
100%. But I go the other way, where even if it's just one person, I have to prove it. I'll show you that I can
suffer from that a bit as well.
I can become a Grand Prix #1 place winner.
I didn't want to do comedy, and people told me, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing." I was like, "Yeah, okay, here we go."
Or was it more that like, you're not funny, and I'm like, I'll show you that.
Oh no, I was hilarious already.
Of course. Amazing. But I like that. I like that adversity being told. I think we 8th place trophies, telling our kids they can do anything when they're growing up, and then when they get to an age where they want to do those things, and you're like, it's too competitive, don't do that, is a massive mixed message, and I don't think that's a good idea.
I hate to interrupt you. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions before we go to a little break, okay?
Okay, cool.
Now, apparently, do you recognize this here?
I do.
That's yours.
Correct.
Okay.
Good.
That's
yes.
good.
I got that one right.
I know my Stephen Brown work. How long did it take you to do something like that?
That really annoyed me, because it took a long, I think it was a day.
A day
and a half, maybe a day and a half.
It's still pretty damn good.
Yeah, I know, but I don't like. I get really impatient.
And are we talking? That's a full 12 hours that it took you, or like you were going for coffees and yelling a lot, and then coming back to it later?
I was probably texting and working on about 5 other jobs while I was doing it and trying to get it done, because I'm like,
that is ADHD.
I know, isn't it? It's like when you have, those gods that have all those arms. It's like you can text and cook and hold your baby or someone else's baby.
Now this one, is it supposed to be like that or like this?
That.
Okay, well, it's going to have to be like this, because I got to read what's on the back.
That's fine. You can tilt your head.
When working on something of this scale, do you do it in a group or on your own? Is that a mural then?
Can you hold it back that way? Wow, it looks cool that
Looks
way.
way
Turn
better.
it over. Turn it over the other way. It just looks good every way. I don't know.
It's all about the angle.
What was the question?
But is that something that you work on by yourself, or that takes a team of artists?
No, that's I worked on that by myself, but that was actually a workshop for in Down in Mandurah there's a homeless setup where they have a lot of street kids that come and work, and they asked me to come and work with them,
Cool.
teach them how to do it. Most of them just sat and
And
watched.
how many hours of time did that one take? Or did it happen over a 3-day period, over a 1 day?
It was supposed to be over, I think, 3 days,
Yeah.
but
You smashed it out in 2.
well, I had to go slow because I was teaching,
Yep.
and I was also running a painting workshop at
Yep.
the same time. So I was doing that and doing this and doing that. So.
One more question before we take a quick break here. You have a very distinctive style.
Thank you.
Was
seen
it
it.
always like that, or did you go through a process of where your stuff used to be terrible and then it got better and you developed a certain type of style?
Yes.
How long has your style been?
It was always this style, but it was never as developed. Like I had a friend who, when he got his P plates, he would just go real fast, and he was the worst driver ever. But he would just fly around
Great
and blah blah
example,
blah.
yeah.
So he still goes really fast, but he's really good.
Yeah.
So
That's
you
fair
know,
enough.
if that makes sense.
Now look, we're going to come back in a second and ask you a whole bunch more questions, but what we're going to do right now while we're working on our stuff and we got this cooking is we're going to leave for a minute to get an elderly perspective on some things. Hit it. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that.
Nice drawing. Very bright.
Now, this looks a lot like the Asian good luck cat, doesn't it?
Look at the colour of it. It's all yellow. Mind you, it's drunk because it's got red eyes as well. So,
What it's trying to say, be happy. Nice, happy cat.
So what would you think if I told you this artist had schizophrenia?
oh, well, there you go, eh? I mean, I don't know. It's got all these auras around it. I don't know. I'm just not a cat person. But look, for people who love cats, we'll toot it.
We'll toot it because he might have needed the money to sell that.
It's nice colour. Colourful. Nice. Tattoo of what?
So you know what an asthma puffer is?
Oh, yeah.
Just to remind him to take his inhaler with him.
When I first saw it, didn't say asthma puffer. I thought it was a Pez dispenser.
Some people like it, but you know, I don't have to like it.
You know what? If he was in an accident or something and some medic saw that, he said, I must have asthma. Well, we better treat him for that as well. So it is
Well.
actually practical art. I don't mind that at all.
I think I'll boot that one.
Yes.
It's too confusing. Toot or boot?
Oh no, that's definitely toot.
This is nice.
Yes, we know this one.
This is Venus in the shell.
Ah, now this is Venus.
Yes.
And I might be Botticelli.
The colours and all that is nice.
When do you think it was made?
Must be a long time ago.
They're trying to seize her virginity.
For me, I wouldn't hang it on my wall because it's not the sort of art that I would hang on my wall.
This one has never really
But, yeah.
given me a lot of emotion.
You're going to boot it? You're going to boot it?
Yes.
Yeah, so turn
I'll toot it. I find it very interesting.
But
So
there's a
for this
landscape
one,
in
would
there,
you-
there's trees in it, so I like that as well. We'll toot that.
The song, girls.
It's very, what is his name? You know,
It's
Andy Warhol.
very like his portrayal of Marilyn Monroe.
You can never drink enough champagne, perhaps. I just think it's an ode to female drinking. I think that's a good thing, you know.
Okay, nice.
All done.
It's not your thing.
No.
And I'll give it a toot because I do like that poster art, especially Andy Warhol stuff.
I'd toot it, but it wouldn't be hanging in my home.
What animal shakes to get all the water off it?
Any animal. Dog.
Dog, yes.
The dog.
Now, this is a bit make what you will of it, isn't it?
This looks like something out of 2001: A Space Odyssey, really, when they go.
Dog shaking.
Yeah, it could be a
himself.
doggy face,
And
but
it's very Pollock, isn't it? You know,
And I wouldn't be surprised if it's Jackson Pollock or something like that.
Can you see the dog now in the middle? Is that shaking?
It's in the middle and on the top looks like snake. Yeah, nice colours, yeah.
as it is a lot more thinking gone into it, you know what I mean? You don't know, it's a funny one though, isn't it? If,
Some of
if,
it's
Pa-
good.
if Pollock does it, I think it's
Jackson
brilliant,
Pollock
you know what I
is
mean? Yeah.
great, really great.
But
I wouldn't have known what it was unless you had told me what it was.
Yeah. And you
Yeah.
like it more now that it's a dog rather than a cat.
But then again, getting back to what I said before, I prefer cats to maggots.
Good.
Dude, you like it?
Yeah.
Yes, I like
yeah,
it.
yeah, I like the splash art.
And it was the bike that said, don't do it anymore.
Okay, here we are. We're back. I hope you guys are as excited as we are. I'm trying to keep up with Steve, as you might remember, but we're going to take, and I think I'm doing well. It's going great until we got to the facial features, and now it looks like he's been punched
like
in the
it.
face or
It's an
something.
ibis.
I don't know. Something's broken there. Something's broken. But we're going to play another quick game because we love games here at Acquired Savant. Here's an interesting one. Before we get into the games, Acquired Savant. Now, are you familiar with what a savant is?
No.
Sometimes there's people who have like autism, and then you ask them, you say the 18th of September 2032, and they're like, it's a Tuesday, it's a Tuesday.
Yeah,
Like, they
right.
just know certain things, or people who learn how to play piano within a week and a half.
Yeah.
Usually, though, when it's Acquired Savant, they've acquired it after a head injury.
Really?
So I think all we need to do to get my drawings right here, now incidentally, actually,
Nice.
before we play the
Nice
game,
segue. Yeah.
did all of your drawing and all of your artistic work become way better since you had your injury?
Look, I'm gonna.
Why don't you tell us the story about your injury?
Very interesting segue.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I'm good at this.
I broke my neck on a beanbag. So
As you
this
do.
is why I have holes in my head. That's like amazing reminders of
A halo.
a halo.
How
is
long were
what
you in
it's
the
called.
halo for?
5 months. Supposed to be 6, but this one got sort of infected, so they had
I
to
thought you
pull
were
it
going
off.
to say you were such a good healer.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, should have been a month. But yeah, so that was a massive life lesson, and going every Tuesday and getting the things tightened. And when you have, I don't know if you've like, when you're eating and you hit your tooth with your fork,
Yeah.
you know that, and you're like,
Yeah.
that's like, that's what it is
So-
into the skull.
What changed in your life from that experience?
I think the realization that day to day is really important. Why are we spending this amount of time making this amount of money to impress people that we don't even like?
Yeah.
Instead of going like, wow, I should be happy.
So what happened with you professionally after that point? Did you start to go, okay, I'm going to pursue this
Yes.
with reckless abandon. I'm
Yes.
going to do it with my whole heart rather than half-hearting it?
Pulling from both ends on reckless abandon, but also with a goal and reverse engineering. Those two things mixed together, I think, are really powerful. Deciding that I don't want to be stuck in the traffic. In fact, as soon as I quit my full-time job, I rented a house on Fitzgerald Street so that I could sleep through the peak hour traffic, because that was very
Brilliant.
heartwarming to me. Being able to choose where you're going to go in life, and just knowing that it can happen and do it. So I'm really, really passionate about helping people quit their jobs.
Brilliant.
In life
See,
now.
kids, you can quit your jobs
Yeah.
and start drawing stuff.
Follow your passion.
And then you end up making money. I don't know if it's that easy, but if you're
Hey,
passionate about something, you stick to
But
it.
the world will tell you if you're not good at it.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's the issue with this 8th place trophies things that we're raising. We're not raising children, we're raising adults. So talking to children as if they were adults is really
Yes.
important.
Now, you seem like a pretty smart guy.
Do I?
So now we're going to find out how smart you actually are.
Okay, cool.
Da-da-da-da.
It's interesting how this is going to dictate.
This is
how
the
smart I
next
am.
segue, yes.
Yeah.
So this is what we call real or not.
Yes.
Now, some of this artwork
Yes.
is the original. Well, we've printed it out, though. And some of it has been tampered with.
Fantastic.
So you have to decide. Number one, you don't even have to know. Do you know what that piece of artwork is or who did it or anything
I
like
have
that?
seen it and I can't remember the name of it.
It doesn't matter. I don't know because it's not written on here. Is it real or fake?
Every piece of artwork is fake, is real. So everyone
Is this one real or tampered with? Is it original or tampered with?
I'm going to say it's tampered with because I don't remember the black glove being on his left hand.
You're wrong.
Okay.
That one was real.
Great.
How about this one? Some dog playing poker. What is it? It's a dog doing something, reading a
Yeah,
newspaper.
that's fake because it's sideways.
Oh my God. It is fake because
It wasn't that way
that
up,
is
I
a Mona
remember.
Lisa, but this is what I'm looking at. Some dog. I don't know. What the hell? This one, again,
Oh, yeah, no, that
doesn't
one's
even
good.
have the same piece on either side. Or maybe it's been completely tampered with.
The back's been
That one's,
tampered
I
with.
don't know. What are any of these things? Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
There we are.
Yeah.
It's a dog reading a newspaper.
I'm so happy
Is
for
it
that
real?
dog right now. Look how beautiful
He looks
that
happy,
dog
doesn't he?
He definitely
Hey, you
quit his
good
full-time
boy.
job.
Hey, you good boy. Anyway, real or fake?
Real.
You're correct.
Okay,
Good job.
fantastic. Yeah.
You're
I wanna be
redeeming
that
yourself. Now this one, okay.
Mm-hmm.
This one, real or fake?
I'm going to say that's real.
You are wrong.
Okay. Right.
Apparently there were no windows on the arch, something, something, and there's a man on the stairs.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that man should never have been
I mean,
on those
you would have
stairs.
to know. You would have to know your art inside and out. That one's
It's like
not
Ace
even.
Ventura. Who is that?
I don't know what that is. Man, these are difficult. All right, we're gonna do one more.
Yeah.
We're gonna do one more. You ready?
Yes.
Who drew it?
Oh, I don't know.
Real or fake?
Is it a mono? I don't know. It's real.
I have no idea, but that person's missing an umbrella.
Yes.
Good.
That is
All
very
right.
True.
So that was pretty fun, wasn't it?
It's amazing.
Did you enjoy it?
Well, they're all real
I don't
pieces
know
of
what's
art.
going on, but that was fantastic. And yes, if it's been created from your heart, even if you digitally altered it, it's still
Let me go back with
special
you.
and real.
Is that real
All
or
right,
fake?
on that note, what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick commercial break and get a word from our sponsors. Fantastic, and we'll get back to drawing.
Yes.
Hey guys, if you're like me, you probably hate contributing to these big charities that claim to actually help people. But if you still want to give your money to something worthwhile, you've come to the right place. For just $9.99 a day, you can make a real difference in my life. And best of all the profits go straight to my wallet. So follow the website on screen now to contribute.
Genevieve. Oui, oui. Onion, $2.99 per kilo from a grocery store near you.
All right, we're back for the rapid art round. I hope you guys are ready for it. I don't know what it is. It basically means we've got 3 minutes to finish our projects, which I am not keeping up with because you've been drawing the whole time that we were on break, and I was drawing slow, but you're like you're a machine there trying to get stuff finished. So now it's all starting to happen here. It's all
more
starting
machine
to happen.
now than
What are
man.
we looking at now? What is this thing? Is it a? Uh-oh, we got the music playing. That means it's.
What does that
it's
mean?
go
I'm
time.
scared of that music.
It means the end is near.
It's so intense.
The end is
Why is that
nigh.
music so intense?
So what have we been drawing this whole time?
Oh well, look, we're not sure, but we're.
Is it a person? Is it a robot? Is it some kind of a futuristic?
Well, this is just one of my sort of go-to characters.
Is this a character that you've used before in some murals, or?
It's similar to that. So that's that similar style because like, my go-to is the hands. Obviously, that's quite a prominent feature in a lot of my stuff.
Oh, is it?
And
Okay.
the arms, and also these masks are also quite prominent. So it's just things that I can get away. If I get asked to draw live anywhere, this will be usually something that I'll do.
What are we holding? Is it an octopus?
We're also not sure.
Alien head?
Well, this actually became one of my signatures for quite a while.
Like most of the time when you're drawing stuff, you start drawing and going, we'll just see what pops out of my head.
It does.
But I suppose when you're commissioned to do a piece of artwork for a university or for a mural, then they want you to follow along a certain idea. So
sometimes,
does that make it a lot less creative for you?
It can do. But then that's when you charge them more money.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, now, that is the end of the rapid art round, but what we're going to do now is have a wonderful performance by local band King Sound. Should be pretty good. Have you heard them before?
I haven't, no.
They're
I feel like I'm not getting any better, getting any smarter. I'm just getting older and complaining life is harder. I can't touch my toes, feet just kinda slow. Takes a few days to get over a hangover. And I complain about what the kids wear these days. Pretty sure I bark at the postie more than my own dog does. My girlfriend says I am grumpy like an old man. The truth is I just can't party like my friends can. I'm not missing out, they're just trying to fit in. But I'm happy because I know that my place is going to restaurants at 4 in the afternoon, saying the waiter dinner time's ever too soon. The room's too small, sometimes hurts to stand. Music's too loud and I can't use my hands like I used to. I'm still a young man, start wearing old man pants. Going up the road, grabbing the newspaper in the morning. Always using the handrail, only shopping when there's a sale. And using priority seating when I'm on the train. I never go outside, especially when it's raining. When I do go outside, I just end up complaining. There's too many people on this goddamn earth, expecting a smile and getting easily hurt. And just because I have a pretty bitter looking face, it's only cause I woke up feeling like a soggy pancake. My weekend is ruined when my team doesn't win. I miss the days that I could eat whatever I want and stay thin. Use bad memory as an excuse, budget cuts. Well, I blame the youth, I complain to managers, mildly racist. Call the bus driver and tell them how my day's been. They say, young man, don't tell me life isn't fair. You're going two zones and you use a student fare. Well, I'm sorry. Sound like a granddad, just like wearing old man pants, blaming everything on everyone else. Well, I can't wait till I am old. I'll have some grandkids that never call me. I'll wake up every day to water the lawn. I'll have a beer every night and tea in the morning, and every week is exactly the same. I'll plan the year according to the school holidays. I'll sit on the front porch and watch the day fade, but I got work tonight, so I guess that's just gonna have to wait. I'm still a young man, it's like wearing old man pants. Roll on old man rants about the local government. But I'm still a young man, it's like wearing old man pants and telling you how everything was better back in my day.
Here we are again. I learned to smudge while we were gone. It was pretty good.
Some good smudging there.
You know, you're very encouraging, I must say, by the way.
Thank you.
It's like you teach or something.
It's like I teach.
Do you have children?
I do.
That's a personal question.
I have a 19-year-old and a 16-year-old.
Were you able to teach them anything?
Yes.
It's always different when it's
How to
your
be
own
good
kids. They don't want to
humans.
listen at all.
No, they did.
Oh, that's
yeah,
good.
I rolled the dice and we got really, really lucky. You had some
Brilliant.
really amazing
brilliant.
young people.
And then after 2, you were like, they're a lot of work. I'll be done there.
No, they were great. I
No.
kept them home from school on days like Back to the Future Day. And
I've got one.
Oh, good.
And I was like, that's good, we'll stop there. Because you can control one. Anyway, we got to do our reveal now. Are you excited, Steve?
Yeah, okay,
All
we're
right.
revealing now.
So yeah, there's a camera behind you. Now we're going to get a drum roll for
Okay.
our reveal because I know that everybody's excited.
Ah, yes,
I am, you are, let's
I'm
do it.
Excited.
Here we go.
All right.
Ready?
Are we
drum
holding it
roll.
up?
I guess we're doing a drum roll.
Okay.
They usually play one. Oh, and hit it. So Steve, if you hold your stuff back that way, see? Do you see the?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna get it focused. That looks
How's
pretty
that
good.
focus?
That looks pretty good.
It's all right.
It's like
It's an old man holding an idea.
holding an idea. And mine, look
I'm
at
actually-
that. You got to hold mine.
Actually, not
Mine is an old
too-
man holding a balloon.
That is actually not too bad, to be honest.
Yeah, it was going pretty well. I was actually, of all the art we've done on this show, that has been my best. I don't think it's getting focused. But
No, I don't think. I think
you
it
know,
was soft.
the
but that's all
important
right.
thing is that we're focused.
Yeah,
And
maybe
we've
they
a
had to
good
focus
day.
because it just wasn't cutting
Yeah,
it.
could be, could be. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of our show. Thank you very much for being here,
Thank you,
Steve.
sir. That was fantastic.
And thank you to the television audience. That's it. That's our 4 shows. Thank you very much for being here. We bid you adieu.
You like art. You like art. You like art. I just like fun stuff. Come sit down and watch Acquired Savant. Acquired Savant.